back here. So recent data shows about 1 in every 17 children in California will have to face heartbreaking loss of a parent or a sibling before they get to the age of 18. Without adequate support, they're more likely to struggle academically. They can fall into substance abuse, experience symptoms of depression and anxiety. So joining us this morning and how we can support grieving children, we do have an author here. She just released a new children's book, What Do You Do? And The World Is Mine, a message of love and loss. Best-selling children's author, Cade. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. So this is your new book, the What Do You Do?
Yes.
That is a big question I have. I have a 4.5-year-old. She's young, but what do you do? When's a good time to talk about loss?
Well, I think often we think that it's taboo. We're afraid to talk about it. We think that it's too much for the kids to handle, that they're not, it's not appropriate, they don't know how to handle it. But if they're old enough to love, they're old enough to grieve and mourn. So anytime. I think it's better to introduce a book like this before
a loss. Yeah,
so like maybe it's a pet or your fish or nothing. Maybe it's just to talk about other people's families. Right. It just is a very gentle way to start the conversation before it's really needed.
Right. I will say my father passed away when I was 14 years old.
Okay.
I had no idea how to deal with that loss, right? And you still feel the impacts of it decades later.
Yes.
But my daughter asked me, where is your dad? So I have to say, my dad died. How do you, in the book, kind of help guide them through that? The fact that this does happen to everybody, right? At some point, we will experience loss.
So in the book, this is a sibling who is still with his family, and the sibling has passed away. And his parents are so engulfed in their own grief that he is fearful and worried that he'll be forgotten in everything that's going on.
So sad.
Yeah, so he tells his parents, I'm still here, please don't forget about me. And he decides he needs to go for a walk and go into the forest and talk to all the other little animals and ask them, what do you do when the life of a loved one has come to an end? So each of the animals, have a different way that they go about handling it and remembering their loved one. So it's a really sweet, comforting book for people, anyone really, people who have lost someone, children, but also adults.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm so curious what each animal says.
Yes.
So that's in the pages of the book.
It is.
Very beautifully done, too,
Thank
the
you.
illustrations. We showed a few pages here. This book as well, The World Is Mine, a message of love and loss. Tell me, what was the reason for you to put these together and create this?
That's one of those tough questions. I feel like everyone is touched by death at some point in their lives, and it was just something I felt needed to be discussed more, and not so taboo. We shouldn't be afraid to talk about these things because, unfortunately, death is a part of living.
Right.
And it shouldn't be such a fearful topic to talk about.
Yeah, we don't need to be afraid to discuss it. It's a reality. But people, I think, are nervous about how to approach it the right way.
Yes.
Because they don't want to cause more harm or more sadness.
Ultimately, we want our children to feel safe and be present for them. So just being a good listener, going on their pace, taking their lead as far as what kind of questions they're asking and what they want to know and understand.
Okay, that's a really great advice. You're here in San Diego.
Yes.
You have an event coming up. Tell us all about it.
Yes, so we will be at the Barnes & Nobles on Saturday the 18th for Seasons readings.
Very nice.
We are partnering up with Words Alive, so a portion of the proceeds will benefit this non-for-profit organization. Okay. And essentially, we're just coming together to try to help inspire the love of reading.
The love of reading, I love that. Thank you for being here and for obviously this event. Anyone is welcome.
Yes.
Show up to the Barnes & Nobles. You'll get to meet Everly. Wonderful to meet you.
Thank you so much. Great to meet you.
Thank you. We'll be right back with a quick check of all your headlines and your forecast. Keep it right here.